Okay. Last game, we got the Red River Rivalry taking place tomorrow. We got Texas and Oklahoma teeing off. Um, Oklahoma being ranked 12. Texas is third. Texas is a 6.5 point favorite. This is the first time both teams are ranked for this matchup and undefeated since 2011. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of stuff going on in this game, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you know for my pick. I got Texas winning this one and continuing to roll. Um, and partially because while Oklahoma has a very good defense, but you have to put pressure on Quentin Ewers if you're Oklahoma. And that's one thing that they have that they're kind of wishy-washy on. You're eighth in the country in pressure rate, but you're 112th in sacks. So you're getting back there, but you're not getting to the quarterback to finish these plays. And I feel like Quentin Ewers now has been he's experienced enough. He's taken that next step, Drew. And you mentioned in another video how he's playing himself into a top pick in for NFL groups right now. He's playing out of his mind. This receiving group is playing good. This defensive unit for Texas is absolutely showing out this season. And while Oklahoma has looked good, they've done what they're supposed to do. I'll say that. You've gone up against some very okay opponents, and like Oklahoma has been doing the last couple of years, you're putting up a bunch of points, but now it looks like your defense is finally starting to turn the curve and come along with them. But I don't think it's there yet, and I think Texas will take advantage of that. I do think the game against Alabama will have a lot to do with this game because you've had that experience against a very good top team in the country already. And that game was on the road, so you didn't have to depend on your home environment to get you the win. While I think it will be a ton of Texas fans there, I don't think they're depending on it. I think this is a very good team. And I think Texas goes in here and handles this game. And after this game, will be appointed the number one team in the country after this week.
Got you. I think, look, for the casual fan, the game is just easy to be like, okay, Texas can win this one. But I think overall, for the big picture of college freaking football, this game is so huge. You got to understand, first of all, this is the last Red River rivalry in the Pac-12. This is about to become an SEC matchup, which is going to blow it up times 10. So to me, I think Texas has to win this game because their season has more hope for them to win this game. My question marks for Oklahoma are going to be, one, when I look at your season, you really haven't played anybody so far. So, okay, cool. Good, great defenses and great quarterback play versus sorry teams has got you to the 12th overall ranking in 5-0 coming into this game. That's a good season so far. Cahoots to that. But overall, Texas has proven now that they can handle big-time moments. I think their offensive scheme is going to be so huge in the aspects of what they're going to throw at Oklahoma. I think it's going to be a lot of downfield balls. I think the ball's going to come out of Quinn Ewers' hands pretty fast in the aspects of Oklahoma's really going to get frustrated in early game, pre-game moments. So to me, I think can Oklahoma last long enough to stand this game in Texas? It's going to be huge. Last year's game versus Texas for Oklahoma was a blowout. Granted, you didn't have your starting quarterback, and he looks amazing so far coming into this year, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a difference because I think Steve Sarkisian has your number in the aspects of what you're trying to get accomplished versus them. The only way I see Oklahoma truly winning this game is if their quarterback has a sensational day. And what is a sensational day? 250 plus, 4 touchdowns. To me, that is a sensational day for a college quarterback to keep you in the game. I don't think it's going to be overall close. I don't think it's going to be a true blowout. I got Texas by a 3-touchdown lead, but I think overall this game is going to implement so much for Texas. That's why I think Texas will and has to win this game. Texas' season right now is looking at national championship aspirations, nothing less. I've already said that, cool, Quinn Ewers is the top first-round pick, but when you look at his recruiting, even to Ohio State, he was a huge prospect. I think leaving Ohio State, he lost so much confidence, which I thought you saw kind of last year before he got hurt. Even after he got hurt, was confidence with him. He is in there rocking and rolling right now as Texas quarterback, and I think he is going to be the biggest factor in this game. I think that Texas can be and will be the number one team in college football, but this is going to be overall their biggest test when it comes to date. Now, Bama was a huge test for them, but I think Bama's identity in that game wasn't 100%. So you beat a team who didn't have their identity. Yes, great win. 2 thumbs up for that one. But overall, the Red River Rivalry has been a pivot point for Texas in a lot of their seasons. If they win this game, their schedule starts to look a little bit more favorable going into the playoffs. So that's why I say this game is going to be the biggest one for Texas to date. If they can get past it, go ahead and chalk them up into the playoffs outside of just a granite fall off. But I think overall, Texas is the team we think they are, and they are, to me, the #1 team in the country. Go ahead and stand it.
Hey, I'm with you when you're right, man. Listen, Texas, they just have too much, right? You look at their stats offensively against Oklahoma's stats offensively. You almost, they're very similar, but you almost can't compare them because they're Oklahoma's played high school teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing what they're doing against teams that they should be doing it against. Texas has, woken a sleeping giant. I mean, they've already played 3 Power 5 games and won them all convincingly, and that's including the game against Alabama on the road. So, Sark knows exactly what this is all about. He's been in a room with Nick Saban, game planning against, game planning with other coaches against quality opponents. He knows how to do that. Brent Venables does too. But, Sark's just doing it better right now. And I honestly think one of the best things that ever could have happened to Quinn Ewers was Arch Manning coming to town, because everybody thought that just because Arch Manning got recruited to go to Texas, that he was going to be the starter. Well, no, wait a minute. Quinn Ewers is still there with something to say about that, right? And he won the job. And so I think that's what's kind of fueling Quinn Ewers. He's like, hey, man, I beat out the #1 recruit that's supposed to come here and take my job. Now I'm going to take my team to the championship. So, yes, that's exactly what they're about to do. And I don't think anybody else in the country can stop them right now. I really don't. I don't care if Ohio State, if they play tomorrow, Texas is going to beat Ohio State. They play tomorrow, Texas beats Michigan. They play tomorrow. If Bama plays Texas tomorrow, Texas beats Bama again. I think Texas is by far the #1 team in the country because of not just resume, but how they're doing it. And, man, look, I'm excited to see this game. I wouldn't want to be an Oklahoma fan right about now. Come Saturday about 3 o'clock, it's going to be kind of rough. But, yeah, Texas puts their stamp on this game. They win it big, somewhere around 13, 14 points. They become the #1 team in the country, and they just don't look back until someone decides they want to show up and play football. I'm Texas all the way, man. Hook them, baby. Let's go.
And my big question about that, Sean, I was going to do it in my segment. I was going to be like, if Texas play Alabama again, what would happen? I'm not going to get too deep in it right now because I think later in the season, that's going to be a huge question to ask. But I think right now Texas has proven. You can shoot me down if I'm wrong, but I think they've proven that they are the #1 team and nobody can stop them. My only thing is you have to have a true secondary that can play man-to-man. They got 3 juggernauts in that wide receiver core between, Xavier Worthy, A.D. Mitchell, and I'm going to go ahead and put J.G. Sanders in there as a top wide receiver for them because he is catching the ball now at a high rate right now. That type of offense is not something that a defense can really stop right now. Oklahoma, you have a defense that can be exposed. I've seen it happen in the past. Do not come in here tomorrow and get blown out. I would hate to see that for this last River Rivalry in the Pac-12 to be a blowout. That was it last year. I want to see a close game. I got Texas still by a couple touchdowns, but it's going to be so interesting to see Oklahoma and how they're going to show up to this game.
Yeah. My last point to it, and you mentioned it, Drew, and I think a big key is that Dillon Gabriel has to have a huge career. He has to have a career day for Oklahoma to win this game. But Quinn Ewers just has to hold serve. He doesn't have to. The team is good enough around him that they can win this game without him going out and throwing for 300 yards or so forth. You hold serve if you're Quinn Ewers, you win this game fairly easily, in my opinion.
But I think the big point of that is I think Dillon Gabriel can do it. Yeah. I think he is the caliber quarterback that can go in there and really have that type of day. But I don't think it's about him. I think it's about the coaching staff and what they're going to put him in front of. What type of play calling going to have for him? Are you going to be skittish in this game? Or are you going to let him go out there and throw the ball, as much as he can to get the job done? That's my biggest holdback with him being in this game. I think he has the true talent and the true vision, arm talent, accuracy, ball placement, the swagger, the confidence to go out there and put up a good day. But I don't think the coaching staff is going to give him the key to the vehicle yet in this type of game. I think they're going to try to keep it close, play the game ball possession type of game against Texas to keep the ball at their hands. But I just don't think that they got enough to get the job done. It's going to be very, very interesting to watch. I'm ready. I'm so ready for this to come into the SEC because I love big rivalries in the SEC, and this is going to be one, maybe top 3, maybe top 2 rivalry first year in here in the SEC. So I think it's going to be a huge, huge game coming tomorrow.
It's going to be fun.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Go ahead, hit that subscribe. Go ahead, hit the like. Go ahead, leave a comment, share it, post it, do whatever you need to do. Get this out there. We'll see y'all next week for week 7.
Do it.
Well done.